Halo, selamat sore, selamat menyaksikan tayangan dari Famos Indonesia. Kita bicara tentang beberapa perkembangan atau isu-isu update, baik di Indonesia maupun di Spanyol. Telah bergabung bersama saya saat ini, ada Edward Susu, pelatih dari Palamos, Spanyol, dan juga ada Raymond Kaya, ada jurnalis yang sekarang masih menekuni kegiatan jurnalistik, dan ada Revano, ada tim Famos Indonesia, dan juga ada Rehan, tim Famos Indonesia juga. Nah, nanti kita akan berbicara tentang situasi di Indonesia maupun di Spanyol dengan lebih detail. Sebelum kita ke tanya-tanya tentang apa yang terjadi di Spanyol saat ini dan bagaimana perkembangannya dengan Edward Susu, kita akan lihat profil dari Edward Susu sebagai berikut. Now, hi, Susu. Buenos dias.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat
Buenos
pagi.
dias.
Buenos dias.
Yes.
Rere dan Reva mungkin bisa ngobrol dalam bahasa Spanyol. Salam buat Susu. Reva?
Susu, buenos días.
Bisa, Reva.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estás, Refa?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, gracias.
Hablamos.
Muy bien.
Oke.
Rere, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, muy bien. Gracias, Susu.
Okay, Kang Ray, would you talk about Susu about the Spain situation or something, or?
Yes, I think Susu is quite sad now because during this time we should be in the mixed match, but here we are now in home. And what you feeling about that, Susu?
For me and for all of us, it's very tough because we had a very big expectations about the MIC. I have been in the MIC for the last 15 years here. First, I was playing the MIC. After, I was coaching teams who were playing the MIC. So this week for us is very tough. Normally, right now, we should be on the ground, maybe facing Atlético de Madrid, maybe facing AC Milan, and we have to stay at home, waiting for this situation to resolve. So I will say almost crying, feeling very bad. But we have to be responsible. Here in Spain, you know that the situation is difficult in the big cities. It's not difficult where I'm here in Girona or in Palamos. The situation is pretty good. But we have to respect what the government is saying. We have to stay home, and if we do what we have to do in 15 days, everything will come back to the normality.
Susu, you are in Girona now, nearby Barcelona.
Yes.
Okay. The situation, social life, how's going on now? What happened now?
Okay. Yeah, in the big cities like Barcelona, like Madrid, the situation is more critical. Here in Girona, the truth is that we don't have many cases of coronavirus. Even in Palamos or Torroella, the situation is okay because there is only 2 or 3 cases of coronavirus. So the people is staying home, respecting the lockout that we have in all the country. and we go out only for food to the supermarket. We try to do our normal life from home. For example, I'm working, but from home. But we're happy because all my family, all my friends are okay. So everyone is healthy and safe. But at home.
Okay. All the pitch now is closed. Nobody can enter the pitch, enter the practice the footballs in any kind of pitch.
No. Everything is closed. All the open spaces like football grounds or parks, all these spaces are closed by the government. And even if we go out, we have to justify with a certificate where we go and why we go there. For example, if I'm going to buy at the supermarket and the police ask me where I'm going, I have to show them some certificate to justify where I'm going. So all the activity outside is closed.
So Susu, what are your activity at home now?
Okay, I'm a coach, so I have a day planning with my wife. We're doing a morning session about walking around the house, some stretching, and we are doing 1 hour of yoga every morning. After that, we have the breakfast. Thank you, Rere. After that, we have the breakfast and we work. She is a teacher and she's working from home. I'm also working from home, planning the next season and working on the methodology plan and all. And at the evening, we do another session. We are very lucky because we have a static bicycle here. So we do a little bit of sport, trying to keep the routine that we normally have.
Did you give the boys teaching by online or virtual like this? I still communicate with the boys, right?
Yes. Palamos, the club is giving some sessions, weekly sessions. Moja, the coordinator, is doing live Instagram videos with some exercises and stretching for the boys. And what all the coaches are doing with the teams is sending by their groups some exercises and HIIT programs, video programs that they can check on YouTube and do it on their own from home.
Okay. Talking about the football in Spain. So we heard that all the match is closed now. What kind of next plan about the La Liga or any kind of competition in Spain?
This is a big question and very difficult question. I will not like to be in the position of the people or the committee who has to decide that, because this is not in Spain, but everywhere in the world, all the leagues are closed. Nobody knows how long this situation is going to be. Some countries, I think North European countries, has already canceled the competitions for this season. So nobody knows if leagues will finish this season, if they're going to be winners, if there is going to be relegations, if we're going to finish the leagues this season, if we're going to finish the leagues the next season. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Summer probably will have some matches, probably not. Nobody knows. I'm just thinking or putting myself in the place of the top clubs like FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, these clubs who are playing professional leagues with players who has a professional contract. Barcelona cannot pay the players now because they are not training, they are not having matches, so they made some economical changes in their structure. Champions League is postponed right now, but we don't know when they're gonna play the next matches. So this question, I think, is impossible to answer. We're gonna see what's happening, which are the conditions of the next weeks or the next month, and let's see.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we have Yopi. Yopi is also a journalist that can speak football very clearly. Yopi, with us is Zuzu from Girona.
Hello, Suzu.
Pleasure to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Pleasure.
Hey, we are using a red shirt.
We are using red shirt all.
So, Suzu, you train our boys in Palamos for seven or eight months already. Do you have any comment for our boys' talent?
Yes. The first thing is I have been working around the world for the last 8 years, and I met players from everywhere in the world. And I think the connection that I had with these Indonesian players was very special. First of all, because they are very good people. They love football. They respect a lot everyone at the academy. They respect a lot everyone of Palamos structure and community. And at the same time, all the people love them because they are massively respectful people. At the same time, what I like more from these guys is that they have the willing to be professional, and they work very, very hard. We had a lot of problems during the first month because these players got injured and they keep training, and we told them, please stop till you are okay, because it's better to recover from your injury and after train. Other players had physical problems because they spend so many hours at the gym, and we told them, do less, because sometimes less is more. These players are talented, technically very, very good, physically very, very good, coordinative, very, very good. They work hard on that aspect. And I think if they make a step forward on the tactical part, they have chances to become very, very good professional players.
Thank you. On this, yes, Kang.
Udah.
In this situation, Susu, well, the boys is staying at home. What is your suggestion, or what is your message to us, to the boys, to be still more fit, healthy, and keep practice or something? Do you have any suggestion for detail for our boys?
A lot of players came to me asking this question, and my answer is very simple. Today we are very lucky because we can be at home and keep training. There is a lot of videos in YouTube about HIIT, about core exercise, about any kind of training that you can do at home, and you don't need any facility, any material, nothing. I saw some videos of especially Refa. Refa has shared some videos with us about his trainings. So keeping the fitness is very, very important. But my recommendation, a part of that, is try to work on your mind. Try to read books, read about nutrition, do other activities related to sport, not only about football, but to sports like meditation, like yoga, like stretching. Watch documentaries about sports. Watch, today we have Netflix or other platforms where we can find very good materials and media about how we can work in our mind to improve our body. We have YouTube. For example, what I'm doing these days is watching every day one football match, and trying to see or to analyze parts of the match where I never went through. I will give you one example. For example, Refa, probably he has watched all the last 5 Champions League finals. So he can watch it again, but not watching the ball, but watching midfielder, defensive midfielder, because it's his position. So I'm gonna focus. I will watch that match, but focusing my view on what that player is doing. Is a way to work on the tactical part of the game, watching football and training your mind that will affect in your game.
Reva, do you have any question to Susu?
Questions, Susu.
Please.
Maybe should we how to say it? It's not really a question, but for training, you know, our feeling. I mean, like, can we still do it in even in our tight spaces in home?
Of course.
Understand? See?
Yeah. We have a problem with the space, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Please, Raymond.
I think it's Reva want to ask you about the our home is not big enough. It's very small, and they want to do the practice training. What should they do?
Okay, about that, Reva.
Yeah.
For me, success in football or success in life is 95% of effort, 3% of creativity, 2% of talent, and 1% of luck. We can control the effort, we can control the creativity, we can control the talent, but we cannot control the luck. So about your question, creativity in football is very, very important. If you are able to create an exercise in a small place with the ball, you are working on the creativity. If you do that, you are training. I will give you one example. I have a small house here. I put 2 cases in the living room, one in one side, one in the other side, and we have a small ball. So my wife doesn't like football, but we are playing a match every day. With a small ball, 2 cases in the living room, in a 3 meters space. And for me, that is training. So yes, you can work on and improve your feelings with the ball in small spaces if you are creative. If you make something that is the same situation that you face in the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the most famous videos during this time is people making juggling with a toilet. So this for me is creativity and puts you in a situation where you have to work technically, work in your creativity, and also is a challenge for you because you are trying to do as many touches as you can.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good idea to create spaces in your home.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more question, Reva or Rere? Rere, you may ask Susu something? Yes, please.
Enggak, udah sama soalnya sama Reva. Permasalahannya, problemnya cuma itu aja sih, Om.
Okay. Rere, same question with Reva. How to maximize the practice in the small or narrow
Rooms.
places? Yes, many rooms. Okay, we have to use the creativity, and as Susu said. Yopi, ada pertanyaan? Yopi, you have a question?
Yeah, I mostly like football player with a good intelligence, smart one. Like you said that most of what I see is most of the midfielder, especially maybe defensive midfielder, their success because they have they're smarter than, I think they're smarter than their colleague and their opponents, like how they have to stop the ball and how to build the attacking. How do you see this kind of like smart player. Is it important to use intelligence, and how we can develop our mind, our brain, and develop it into the smarter player on the field?
Okay, I will try to answer your question. First of all, yes, as much intelligent is a player, better for the team. But what intelligent player means? For me, intelligent player means taking the right decision in each situation of the match, as fast or as good as the situation required. For example, when we are thinking about an intelligent player, probably we are thinking about Xavi, Iniesta, Xavi Alonso, these kind of players, Busquets, who can decide where is the best position, where they can take the ball, and what is the best option to do when they get the ball.
Yes.
Or without the ball also. How we can create intelligent players? This is your question. My answer is with cognitive training.
Mm-hmm.
So what is cognitive? Cognitive means put the player in a situation where he has to think and take a decision. That's tactical. Technical training is I get the ball and the coach is telling me you have to dribble the cones, and when you get to that cone, come back, pass the ball. There is no decision here. I'm following just the directions that the coach is giving to me. Cognitive training is a decision. For example, I create this dribbling the cones, and after that the player has to decide if the player on the right is open, he can pass the ball there. But if that player is not open or there is a defender marking him, he has to find a solution.
Okay.
This is cognitive, using the mind to decide what I'm gonna do. How I can create intelligent players? Creating situations in the training that make the player think these situations. So decisions that make the player take decisions during the game. Why Iniesta and Xavi are so intelligent? Because they have been in this situation too many times. They have been in a cognitive training for almost 20 years of their life.
Okay.
Also, they have been playing in a competition where they play 45, 50 games per season every year. So when you are training in a cognitive way and also playing competition matches every season, official matches, 40, 50 official matches per season, you are in that environment for so long and you become an intelligent and a good player. I don't know if I'm answering your question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure.
But Susu, is the cognitive decision making of the cognitive is also related with the quick decision. So is that do you think this Indonesian player is also, you know, have a problem with the quick decisions in the field where they're playing?
I will tell you, sometimes they are so quick.
Oh.
Because the right decision is not always quick. Sometimes it's slow. It's not getting the ball and passing the ball without sense. Sometimes it's getting the ball, waiting, and after passing the ball.
You mean that
Indonesian players are technically very good, physically very good, and they are amazing because in the possession, they are passing the ball. And sometimes I remember I stopped them and said, okay, wait. Think that every pass has to mean something. Why you pass the ball there? Because of that. Okay, this is a good decision. But it's useless to pass the ball because of passing. No. We have to put an intention to each single pass.
Okay.
So what is our players lack or must be improved in the next year, maybe?
From my point of view, they have to work on a tactical way to understand better the game. How they can get this plus? They can get this plus training in a tactical way and competing in an official competition where they face players who are intelligent, who take good decisions, who are in the same challenge than them, challenging them, playing against teams who are in the same level.
Oh, okay. Yopi?
Enough.
Susu.
Reva tuh, Reva.
Reva. Oke, Reva.
Uno mas, Susu.
Uno más, Refa.
Uno
vamos.
más.
Uno más.
What you call it? Cognitive training.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that the cognitive training, that what makes us, a very good and intelligent player, Susu. But at this, times, can we even, try to improve our intelligence, with the cognitive training at home, or by, just watching those players at games on YouTube's? Is that including the cognitive training or no?
Yes. Okay, I ask you a question, Refa. What do you think? Who's the better player? A person who's intelligent or a person who's not intelligent?
Intelligent.
Okay, how you can be more intelligent?
By how?
In life, not in football, in life.
Oh, see, by studying.
Studying. So study. Read books. I don't say that you have to now go to YouTube and spend 4 hours every day watching matches. No. Sometimes it's better to read a book about nutrition, about organization, about business, about something that is not related to football, but that you can take some ideas that can help you as a player.
Betul. Yeah. For the next season.
Can I ask a question to Refa and Rere, please?
Yeah, of course. Please.
Refa, Rere, I would like to know what is your routine every day. What are you doing during the day?
Okay.
Ya, Reva bisa jawab. Reva.
Vale.
Come on, Rere.
Rere, speak in Spain. Don't worry, Susu. After Reva.
Lunes, miércoles y jueves. Todos in the morning. Siempre training. Training with the coach. HIIT, HIIT.
High intensive interval training.
Training.
3 in 1 weeks. Iya kan? 3 kali seminggu.
Yes.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Nah, sisanya lu, Rev.
So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday we have high intensity interval training. Morning, all of Vamos Indonesia players, and in the evening maybe just some more with the ball, just so we don't lose our ball feeling, because we don't have any football trainings, and try to, yes, like you said, I've tried to watch some matches and see the the movement of the players, just I
Great.
think that's my activity.
Good job.
And school still, because I have school.
Okay, yeah.
That's
very good. Are you watching any sport videos apart of football? Any documentaries about other sports?
No.
Stuff like that? No?
Casa de Papel.
Casa de Papel.
Netflix. New season.
I'm watching La Casa de Papel. Very good.
So I just realized the professor looks very much like you.
Looks like.
Professor.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's it.
Great. Refa, are you watching La Casa de Papel in Spanish or in English?
In Spanish.
Very good. Very good. ¿You too, Rere?
Sí, yo también.
Muy bien.
see.
Asking Susu, asking about how they eat the nutrition, how they preparing the food or something while they staying at home in Indonesia, and comparing to Palamos. Is ask.
Yes, please.
Rere.
Tell me, Reva, Rere.
Makanan lo apa?
Reva paling lama tuh Om. Palamos Reva bisa jelaskan.
So the difference between my food here and in Palamos, is that the question?
Yes.
Iya.
It's
Jujur aja lah.
it's not much a big difference, no? Just same normal food like we have at home, you know. But
Alah.
in Palamos we have more pasta, and here in Indonesia we have rice, you know. And, yeah, more European foods, pasta. All I can think is just pasta because we have pasta every day. No?
Susu,
Are you
Susu.
cooking, Reva?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Very
Oh, good. Bien.
That's a good.
Every day.
exercise. You every day, Rere. Very good.
I think we are looking for the cooking master for training them to they can cook himself at home, I think. Ya, Pak Merli.
Yeah. Because they have to self mandiri lah ya.
Okay.
Susu, one more
Tell me.
question.
Please.
Do you have any favorite players?
Any?
Yes, any. Any
Favorite
favorite
players?
The best players. Not talking about the team, but players.
In general, you mean?
Yeah.
I have many favorite players, but when I was a kid, there was 3 players that were my example, my referent. One was Paolo Maldini, who was the AC Milan captain, left back. The other one was Luis Figo, who was playing for Barcelona and after went to Real Madrid. So after that, I felt very, very bad with him because. And the other one was a player, African player called George Weah. I don't know if you remember him. He was playing for PSG.
Very president now.
Yeah.
Liberia.
And right now, my job is in football, so I understand football as a team sport where there is not favorite players. There is favorite teams, and of course, FC Barcelona is an amazing team probably because of Messi, but Messi alone is nothing. He needs a team around him, so. I would say FC Barcelona as a favorite team.
Okay. Not Manchester United.
Liverpool.
Manchester United right now is not in the best time of the history, but they will come back.
Okay.
I will be a red. Always.
Okay.
Okay.
Ada pertanyaan lain, Yopi?
Oh, thank you.
No.
Susu, any have question?
I
You
don't.
have a question for us? No? Or we
No,
can
just-
regularly, maybe we can try to create some chit-chat for the next weeks or next month, maybe after the situation getting better and better, right? We can.
No problem. Will be a pleasure for me.
Okay. Well, thank you, Susu. Thank you for your time spending
Thank you very much.
chit-chat with us.
Susu, thank you
now.
very much.
Thank you, Susu.
Thank you.
Good
Adios.
afternoon. Have a good day.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very
Muchas
much.
gracias. Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Muchas
Rere,
gracias.
Reva.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Reva, Rere.
Gracias, Susu.
Adieu.
Rere.
Thank you, Merli.
Rere, Reva.
Ya,
Bye-bye.
adios.
Thank you. Makasih.
Oke. Ya,
Merli, makasih.
ya. Demikian bincang-bincang kita bersama Susu, pelatih dari Palamos, dan kita akan bikin sesi yang sama di kesempatan yang berbeda di masa depan. Terima kasih. Salam Palamos Indonesia.
Vamos,
Vamos, Indonesia.
Vamos Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Bawa Indonesia.